Hey everybody, and welcome back to another week of my weekly Rage Fix. Well, it was about 3,500 years ago, and Yaakov Avinu, Jacob, our forefather, was coming to the land of Israel with his whole family. He got off the plane, he kissed the ground, he came with El Al, he went through security. What a wonderful experience. Well, tell you the truth, it was about 3,000 years ago. They didn't exactly travel first class. He came on his donkeys, he came with his cows, he came with his whole family, and it was a very, very difficult experience. And when he came to Israel, he came to a city called Shechem. And the Torah says that he came before Shechem and he stopped there. The Medrash says an interesting thing. It says that it was twilight. It was dawn, it was becoming dark, and he could barely see anything. But as it was getting more and more dark, he made boundaries. It says that he made boundaries around where he would live, where his animals would stay. He didn't quite enter the city yet, but he made the boundaries of exactly where he would be. And the commentaries say a fascinating thing. They say that Jacob understood that you have to make boundaries in life. As it's getting dark and it's difficult to see, when you're about to go into such a time, you have to start making boundaries. With your own life, with everything that's going on, you always have to know where to draw the line, when not to cross the line, and when to cross the line. You have to make those boundaries beforehand. I saw a very, very fascinating story recently online. There was a Rebbe in a high school in Connecticut, and he had to buy a new desk. So he decided that he is going to go on Craigslist and find a new desk. And he found a certain woman was selling a desk for $150, and he called her up, and she said, of course, I would love to sell you the desk. And he went over there, and she told him, I bought this desk many years ago. I put it together myself. I bought it brand new. I didn't use it that much. I put it together myself, and now it's time to move on, so I'm going to sell you the desk. And he took the desk, and he gave her the $150, and he went home, and as he was trying to get it into the house, he realized it just wouldn't fit. It couldn't fit, and he tried to remove some hinges, and he tried to get it in this way and that way. Nothing worked. Finally, he decided he's going to have to remove the top of the desk. And that's what he did. Him, his wife, and his friends came, and they removed the top of the desk in order to get it in. Well, when they removed the top of the desk, they saw a little white bag. And in that bag, they took it out, and they noticed there were hundreds of dollar bills. And when they counted the money, it came out to $98,000. $98,000. Immediately, he knew exactly what he had to do. He decided to call the woman and tell her, hey, I have this money for you. And that is what he did. He called the woman, and he brought it back to her, and she thanked him so much. Why? How could he do such a thing? Because that is what he knew he had to do. He never even thought for 1 second that he would keep the money. He returned it to the woman, her entire life's savings. When we make boundaries in life, we have to make them before we get into a test. Before we think, oh, am I going to take the money? Am I not going to take the money? He knew before he even had the question. If I ever come into such a situation, I'm not even going to wonder. I'm not even going to think about ever taking the money myself. This doesn't belong to me. This was the woman's whole life savings. I would never, ever keep it. That's the boundaries that he made, and that's the boundaries that he wasn't going to cross. And because of that, this story has filled the news. The whole world is hearing about it. Why? Because he made boundaries, and he decided not to do the right thing, but to do the proper thing. This is what he decided to do. So in our lives as well, sometimes we have to make boundaries. We have to know what line we're going to cross, what we're not going to cross. And when we make those lines, we have to really, really be serious about it and never cross them in the improper time, in the improper way. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.